Let's quickly see how we can solve matrix multiplications with a scientific calculator. But so you can see that what I'm going to do here is completely correct. Let's quickly solve the multiplication by hand first. To clarify, I won't explain multiplication details, as my main focus is showing how to do it directly on the calculator. I'll explain the steps as we go, so let's get started. Let's start with the multiplication of matrix A by matrix B. In this case, the matrices are 2 by 2, right? So let's see. I'm going to quickly copy each of these elements. Once we have them, we're going to do the following. Look, we're going to multiply this row by this column, and we're going to do it element by element. This way, look, I'm going to put it here in green so you can see the process a little more clearly. I'm going to multiply 3 by 2, so I'll write it down for now so you don't forget. Then I'm going to add and multiply 1 by 4. You see, 3 times 2 and then plus 1 times 4. We do exactly the same, but now we're going to multiply this first row by the second column, in this case. So I get 3 times 6, we write it down. Let me move over a bit. And then plus 1 times 3, we write it down. So 1 times 3 done. Let's see. We do exactly the same. Just let me change the color so it can be seen a bit better. Now I'm going to multiply this second row by the first column, and how do I do it? Well, in the same way. So I multiply 2 times 2, and we're going to put it here. 2 times 2, then plus. And I multiply 5 times 4. We put it here. 5 times 4. And now I'm going to multiply this same second row by the second column. In this case, then I have 2 times 6, we put it. Plus 5 times 3, and we write 5 times 3. It's worth mentioning that we could have done these operations all at once. It's just that my intention is to show you the whole process so you don't get lost. All right, let's continue here. So we do the multiplications, and at the end, we add them up. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6, so I have 6 here, plus 1 times 4, which is 4. Let's continue. 3 times 6 is 18 here, so I move a little to the side and write 18 and 1 times 3 is 3. Let's continue. 2 times 2 is 4, we write the 4. Plus 5 times. 4 is 20, we write that. Then 2 times 6 is 12, we put that down, and plus 5 times 3 is 15. All right, finally. Now we do the additions. I have 6 plus 4, which is 10, then 18 plus 3, which is 21. Then 4 more, which makes 24, and finally 12 plus 15, which is 27. Right? And you're going to write 3, 7, 27, okay? This matrix I have here is already the result of multiplying matrix A by matrix B. So I end up with 10, 21, 24, and 27. This is what I should get now when I do it with the scientific calculator. It's just a little complicated for me to show you the screen directly here, so I'm going to use the emulator. Look, I already have the emulator here, so I'm just going to enter the numbers that I already wrote down over here. So let's go. Let's enter the numbers. But to do it correctly, we first have to go into the matrices menu. For this, we're going to press here where it says Home. We press it. Then we're going to look for where it says Matrix, which is right here. Look, there it is, Matrix. We press OK. It says here that we press Tools to define the matrix, so we press Tools here. Now we're going to enter the matrix in this case, so I press OK. And we're going to specify the size of the matrix first. That is, the number of rows and the number of columns. In this case, it's 2 by 2, so I just scroll down and press Confirm. If it's not 2 by 2, then we simply change the size. And now we're going to enter the elements. It's a 3, I click Execute. Then it's 1, I click Execute. Then it's 2, we click, and then it's a 5. There it is, right? For the first matrix, we click Execute again. Once more, we click here in Tools. See that matrix A is already here, and now I'm going to define matrix B, so we click. OK, again, it's 2 by 2, so I scroll down to where it says Confirm, and we're going to enter the elements. In this case, it was 2 Execute. Then 6 Execute, then 4 execute, and finally 3 execute. Done. We already have matrix B. We also hit execute. So now we have both of our matrices. We just need to do the multiplication. For this, I click where it says catalog, and here you can see it already says matrix, so I click OK. Now we're going to bring up matrix A. For this, we click here where it says OK when we're on it. On what it says, matrix A. So I click on execute. Now we have matrix A loaded, which we had already defined before, right? So I click times, and now we're going to bring up matrix B. Just like before, we click on catalog. We're going to click here where it says matrix, and now we're going to bring up matrix B. We click OK, and that's it. Now we have matrix A times matrix B. When you click execute, it should give me exactly the same result. Let's see if that's true. We click on execute, and look, here it is. It came out 10, 21, 24, and 27, which is exactly the same, right? Let's see. 10, 21, 24, and 27. I move to the other one. Let's see. 10, 21, 24, and 27. It's exactly the same, right? All right, perfect. With this, we've finished the video. As you can see, it's extremely easy to multiply matrices when they're 2 by 2. But when they're 3 by 3, it gets a little bit more complicated. But how about we take a look at it in the next video? See you next time. Bye.